Every single morning, while the world is quiet, a silent biological event takes place inside your chest. For most people over the age of 60, this event is a slow-motion disaster. They wake up, they feel fine, and then they make one mistake, a mistake that feels like discipline or toughness. But to your arteries, it feels like an attack. Welcome to Wellness Roots Journey. Today we are going beyond the surface. We are looking at the exact moment your arteries lose their youth. If you want to remain independent, if you want to keep your mind sharp and your heart strong, you must understand what happens in the first 60 minutes of your day. Before we dive into the science, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and in the comments, tell me your age and where you are watching from. I read every single word you write, because your health journey is our mission. Now, let us look at the invisible clock ticking inside your blood vessels. Your body does not simply wake up. It performs a miracle of engineering. Around 4 or 5 in the morning, while you are still dreaming, your brain sends a signal to your adrenal glands. It says, prepare. Suddenly, your blood is flooded with cortisol. Your adrenaline begins to climb. This is the morning surge. It is designed to raise your blood pressure, to get you ready to stand up and face the world. But here is the problem. As we age, our thermostat becomes less precise. For a 20-year-old, this surge is like a gentle wave. For someone over 60, it can be a tidal wave. Your heart rate speeds up, your blood becomes slightly stickier, and your vessels are under more pressure than at any other time of day. Think of your arteries like a garden hose. When the hose is new, it is soft and rubbery. You can bend it, twist it, and it handles the water pressure with ease. But leave that hose in the sun for 10 years. What happens? It becomes brittle. It cracks. It doesn't expand anymore. In medical terms, we call this loss of elasticity. As we age, the collagen in our arterial walls becomes cross-linked. The elastin fibers, which allow the vessels to bounce back, begin to fray. This is why the morning mistake is so dangerous. If you have stiff arteries and you force a sudden surge of blood through them, they cannot expand to accommodate the pressure. Instead, that pressure hits the walls of your vessels with raw force. This damages the endothelium, the thin, delicate lining of your heart's highway. Every time you shock your system, you are creating microscopic tears, and your body repairs those tears with plaque. This is how the aging process accelerates. Now, let's talk about the mistake itself. It is the search for toughness. It is the sudden transition from a warm bed to a cold environment. Maybe you walk barefoot on a cold tile floor. Maybe you step outside in your pajamas to grab the mail in the winter air. Or perhaps you have heard that a cold shower is good for your metabolism. For a young athlete, that cold shock is a minor stressor. But for a senior, it triggers a massive reaction called vasoconstriction. The moment your skin feels that chill, your nervous system screams, danger. It slams the valves shut in your arms and legs to keep your core warm. Where does all that blood go? It is forced back toward your heart and your lungs. In an instant, your blood pressure can spike by 30 or 40 points. If your arteries are already stiff, this is the moment of highest risk. Your heart is now trying to pump blood into a system that has just narrowed its pipes. Why do we emphasize the age of 60? Because biology changes the rules. In our younger years, our cells are efficient at autophagy, which is the process of cleaning out cellular trash. Our vessels can bounce back from a spike in pressure almost instantly. But after 60, we face what scientists call cellular senescence. Our cells become tired. They don't communicate as fast. The baroreflex, which is your body's internal pressure sensor, becomes less sensitive. When your blood pressure spikes from a morning cold shock, your body doesn't reset as quickly as it used to. Your heart might stay in that high-stress state for hours, even after you have warmed up. This is the hidden strain. You think the stress ended when you put on a sweater, but inside your chest, your heart is still fighting the battle. This is why we see a disproportionate number of cardiac events in the morning. It isn't bad luck. It is a biological overload. You see it all over the internet. Young influencers jumping into ice baths, claiming it boosts immunity and toughens the soul. And for them, it might. But health is not one size fits all. What is hormetic stress a good stress for a 30-year-old, can be toxic stress for a 70-year-old. Your arteries don't need to be toughened up. They are not muscles. They are delicate structures. Treating your vascular system with aggression in the morning is like trying to fix a fine Swiss watch with a sledgehammer. True health, as we age, is about stability. It is about maintaining a steady environment where your heart doesn't have to panic. If you are trying to wake yourself up with a shock to the system, you are trading a moment of alertness for a lifetime of arterial damage. We must move away from the no pain, no gain mentality and move toward kindness and longevity. The damage doesn't stop at your heart. Your arteries are the highways for every organ in your body. When you start your morning with a vascular shock, your entire system goes into survival mode. Your kidneys, which are incredibly sensitive to blood pressure, feel the hit. Your brain, which requires a steady, gentle flow of oxygen, experiences a turbulent surge. This can lead to brain fog, morning headaches, and a feeling of fatigue by midday. Why? Because your body spent all its energy currency just trying to stabilize your blood pressure in the first hour. You feel drained, not because you didn't have enough coffee, but because your heart has been working a double shift since 7 a.m. When we protect our morning, we aren't just protecting our heart, we are protecting our mood, our energy, and our brain function for the next 16 hours. So, how do we fix this? We embrace the warmth protocol. It starts before you even move your legs. When you wake up, do not rush to stand. Sit on the edge of the bed. Let your baroreflex adjust to the change in gravity. Reach for a thick, soft robe. Place your slippers right where your feet will land. The goal is to keep your skin temperature stable. If your skin stays warm, your vessels stay open. Instead of a cold shock, give your body a warm start. A glass of lukewarm water, not ice cold, to hydrate your blood and make it less sticky. If you must go outside, wrap a scarf around your neck. There are major arteries in your neck that, if chilled, will signal your brain to spike your blood pressure. Keep the path of warmth from your bed to your kitchen. While we protect our body from the outside, we must also support it from the inside. Your arteries rely on a molecule called nitric oxide. This is the magic gas that tells your vessels to relax and widen. As we get older, our body produces less nitric oxide, but we can help it. Your morning heart-friendly routine could include foods rich in nitrates. Think of a small glass of beet juice or some leafy greens. Also, magnesium. Magnesium is nature's calcium channel blocker. It helps the smooth muscle of your arteries stay soft and relaxed, instead of tight and cramped. A handful of walnuts, or some seeds, can provide the fats and minerals your vessels crave. Remember, you aren't just eating breakfast, you are providing the lubrication for your internal highway. Stay away from heavy, salty morning meals that force your body to hold on to water, which increases pressure even further. In this fast-paced world, slowing down is an incredibly important act of self-care. Healthy aging isn't about fighting your body. It's about cooperating with it. Your heart has been beating for you, nonstop for 60, 70, 80 years. It doesn't demand much. It just needs a gentle start. It needs a morning that respects its rhythm. If you can change one mistake, if you can exchange the cold shock for a warm embrace, you are giving yourself the gift of time. You are protecting your independence. You are preserving your flexibility, both physically and mentally. If this message resonates with you, please write in the comments, "Slow mornings protect my heart." Let's start a movement of seniors choosing wisdom over rigidity. Subscribe to the Journey to Health for more calm, natural, and science-based guidance. Now, an important note for your safety. Your health is unique. Always consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your routine, especially if you have cardiovascular disease, blood pressure problems, or circulatory problems. Never disregard professional medical advice for anything you hear here. I am very grateful for your time today. Treat your heart well, and it will treat you well in return. See you in the next video. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.